Yes, sir. You already know what time it is. It's time to tap in with Tune. And today we definitely got a special guest in the building, Miss Tune D. What's going on?
Hi. How's it going?
Welcome to the Yo.
Thank you.
That's studio.
I figured. I don't know what else Yo could stand for.
Hey, some people be slow.
Listen.
How you feeling?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm all right, man. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
I ain't see you since the show.
Yeah, that was a few days ago.
A couple days ago.
Yeah. I missed you too.
I appreciate it. It feels good to be missed.
Yeah.
And so the first time I saw you was at the I Am Poetry show.
Yeah.
And you performed and you caught my attention because the first thing you said was you got this little slogan. You say I'm like Taylor Swift, but
black and better.
Say it again.
I'm like Taylor Swift, but black and better.
Where you get that from?
When I was younger, I listened to a lot of Radio Disney, and on Radio Disney they played a lot of Taylor Swift, and especially like her earlier stuff, her earlier more country stuff about, you know, heartbreak and breakups and boy troubles and all kinds of stuff. And so when I started writing my own music, I noticed the same pattern. I write a lot about heartbreak, a lot about relationship struggles and troubles. And, you know, I just saw that comparison in myself. And I just think I'm a better singer than her. That's all.
No shots, man. It's good.
No shade.
It's
no
good
shade,
competition.
No
It's good competition. And when I heard it, I was like, oh, that's confidence. And I love a confident person.
Yeah.
But I was like, these songs better be fire. These songs better, because I'm a hard person to impress.
Yeah.
So I was like, these songs better be fire. And then when you started singing, and then the songs was catchy, that was the first time. And I loved every song you performed. And I was like, oh, I gotta figure out who she is. And then the second time, I think I was DJing the show.
Yeah.
And then you had a new song that you was performing. I think it was the single for the album, because the album was coming out before.
Yeah.
It wasn't out yet.
I think that song that you're talking about isn't out yet, but I know what song you're talking about. Yeah. It hadn't come out yet. It's still not out. Still in the process.
And your name, Tune D, where it come from?
So my name is Tony, and I spell it Tonie, but Tune D means to set the tone and be the example. So I thought I was clever.
You always had it?
I did. I was always Tune D. When I started like becoming an artist, I went back and forth on if I wanted to use my first name or not, but I don't really use my first name in my day-to-day life except for with my parents and close family, so I kind of keep my first name a little bit sacred. So when I'm at, you know, my 9 to 5 and everywhere else, people just call me Tony. And now it's just kind of, most people just call me, stop at Tone. They just call me Tone. And it's cool. It's cool. Either way works. So,
and you said it stands for?
Set the tone, be the example. Be
the example. That's fire.
Mm-hmm.
And were you always into music?
Always. Yeah. My dad kept me always into music. We listened to every genre growing up. In Vogue, we listened to a lot of R&B, a lot of hip hop. My dad was also a rapper and a songwriter, and I kind of get that from him. And my mom's side of the family, they all sing, so I just kind of got all of it. My dad's side full of writers, poems and songs and all, stories, all kinds of stuff. And then my mom's side of the family, they all sing, so I just kind of got all of it.
And then did you grow up in a church?
Yes, I did grow up in church. I grew up in choir and singing on the praise team and stuff. And then I started learning how to play keys when I was around 14 because I was writing all my songs. I was writing songs in high school, middle school, but they weren't very good. But I was writing all my songs, but I wanted to have a way to play them and play the music that I was hearing in my head. So I kind of taught myself how to play keys in order to hear what I was writing, like hear what I was hearing in my head and just play it out loud. So I learned by ear. I didn't know what I was playing most of the time, but it made sense to me. I knew what to do, but I didn't really know what notes I was hitting or anything like that until I took music theory in high school.
So the learning how to play the keyboard, you said that was about the middle school for you?
Yeah,
so
8th grade.
When did you realize like you could sing?
I had known I could sing my whole life. I started singing when I was around like 2 or 3 years old, and I couldn't really say all the words correctly, but as my grandma would always put it, she would say, you wouldn't say the words correctly, but you always knew what song you were singing. And she always tells me this story that I don't recall because I was a toddler, but she says when I was about 2 or 3, we were in a grocery store and I was singing a song, and this lady stopped us, and she goes, you have perfect pitch. I want to put her in my music class. And your pitch is so perfect. I didn't know what that meant at the time, but I was always singing, so I always knew I had the ability to do it, even when I was like 6, 7, always wanting to sing. I've always known I wanted to be a singer. So. And
the lady that stopped y'all, you actually attended that music class?
Nope. Oh. Never saw her again. Never saw her again. My grandma says that she asked for me to sing for her again, and I wouldn't do it, like, because I'm pretty shy. But and I was even more shy as a kid. So you got this random lady looking at me telling you to sing, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. So.
And that perfect pitch, like you said, you was when you started playing the keyboards, you kind of learned how to hear what you was doing versus actually knowing what you was doing. So as you can see, that probably was what that was from, you having perfect pitch, because that's probably a natural thing. It's probably not.
It is. And when she was talking about perfect pitch, she was saying in a way that what I was singing was right on pitch. It didn't mean that I knew, because when people say you have perfect pitch from a musician standpoint, it means that I can sing a note and I immediately know what note it is without referencing an instrument.
Okay.
I don't have that. I used to have relative pitches where you basically teach it to yourself.
Yeah.
But I kind of stopped practicing and lost my momentum. But yeah.
So you from out here?
I am born and raised in St. Pete. I graduated from PCCA at Gibbs High School, class of 2014. Yeah, I've been here my whole life.
You enjoy it?
I do.
Yeah.
It's home, There are times where I think I want to move away and start over or whatever, but...
Start over? Where would you go?
I don't know. I have no idea where I would go.
You didn't even think about it then?
I thought about doing it, just didn't think about where I was going to do it at.
You just thought about disappearing.
I think about disappearing all the time, but...
Hey, look, I ain't going to hold you. This world is crazy.
Listen, sometimes I just want to... I'm out, I'm
I dream a genie and wiggle your nose real quick and get up out of here.
All of that, but
or Dorothy from Kansas and click your heels.
Click my heels 3 times and be back. When I was like growing up, I wanted to be on Broadway, so I always ended up moving to New York and living in New York and doing that, or moving to California and like doing film or TV or voiceover work. Houston was also a big one, or like we were talking about earlier, I thought about going to Atlanta for a little while too.
Yeah.
But
what's wrong?
It's too big, man. Cities are too big. Even like Tampa.
Tampa's big?
It can be.
I mean,
but it also can be really small.
It can be really, really small, boy.
But so can St. Pete, Like I grew up around the same people my whole life. Elementary, middle school, high school. Some of them I went to all 3 schools with. But still, I don't think I would. I don't have any. I'm not in a rush to move away.
Yeah, I get that.
Especially since I don't feel like there is an opportunity elsewhere for me right now, so I'm content with where I am.
And speaking to that big and small for Tampa, like I've been here for a little minute and I work at a lot of different places, but I don't run into none of them old coworkers I used to have, which is crazy to me. Which is crazy because I'm like, it's only like Dale Mabry and Hillsborough, so like how have I not run into anybody? But which I don't want to run into nobody from my old jobs, that's for sure.
Right.
But then when I meet new people and then I talk to them and then they and I mention like some people that I may have known, they end up knowing somebody or have been to school with them or something like that. So it's real big and then it's real small at the same time.
Yeah.
But it's a dope city.
It is. I think if I were to move somewhere, it'd probably be to Tampa.
Or just across the bridge.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Shush, not too much. Okay. But yeah, it definitely be just a Tampa because I'm over there all the time anyway. Like I go to mostly open mics are over there, and a lot of the shows that I do or gigs that I play are over in Tampa. A lot of people that I know are over in Tampa.
So when did you start performing?
I started performing, I think, R&B music around 2019. That's when I became Tuney D. It was my 23rd birthday.
Oh, so fairly recent.
Yeah.
And what was that performance like?
It was interesting because I came from like working in a church.
Yeah.
I was working as a youth pastor and as a worship leader, and that's what I thought my life was going to be. I thought I was just going to be in ministry and I was going to marry a pastor and be that girl. Wow. And
like a Lifetime movie.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that's not my life.
I'm glad too. I'm
so glad that's not my life.
Met you. I damn sure wouldn't have met
what? You. Nobody would have met me. I wouldn't even be singing the songs that I'm singing now if I had stuck to that plan. And, you know, it's great how things work out that way, where I was able to lose that job in order to step into what I'm doing now.
How was you as a youth pastor? Did you enjoy it at all?
I enjoyed the kids that I had. I didn't enjoy the place I was at. That's if that makes sense.
So you was there for the kids?
I was there for the kids.
Yeah.
I was there for the kids.
But the adults not so much.
What? That's why I work with kids now.
You gotta help the kids, man. They are our future.
They are. And yeah, I love kids. They're the best.
And then what was the transition from going outside of youth pastor to the music, like going to music full time?
It was a struggle, honestly, because I wrestled with the idea of like, oh, well, if I start singing secular music, then God won't love me no more. Like I won't be seen as, I wouldn't be seen as what's the word I'm looking for? I wouldn't be seen as like my salvation wouldn't be valid.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Like I felt like my salvation. Yeah, I won't be saved no more.
Won't be saved no more.
Because I had wrote this song.
You was deep in it.
Yeah, I had wrote this song after I had I thought I was going on a date with this guy, but it turns out it wasn't a date to him, and he used that date as a way to hit on a friend of mine, to get information about a friend of mine. And so, yeah, it was
That's
annoying.
diabolical, actually.
Ain't it? Like, how could you? And so I ended up writing a song about, like, me liking him, but him liking her. And I ended up writing that song, and I'm like, wait, what is this? Because I was writing Christian music.
Oh.
I was writing Christian music. I was writing contemporary Christian music, and that's what if I was going to do music in any kind of way, that's the kind of music I was going to make. And so when I wrote that song, I was like, that's not a Christian song. Like, what's happening right now? And I sent it to one of my best friends. Shout out Charlie G. I sent it to him, and he was just like, you got to perform it somewhere. You got to do it. You got to do something with it. I was like, what? Like, what am I going to do with it? And he was just like, I don't know. And then, like, a week or so later, I lost that job at the church. I had to move back home and with my parents, and struggled with finding a job and figuring out what I wanted to do. And an opportunity came up to perform at Crowbar at the Cypher. Shout out to H. And
I remember those.
Yeah, that was my first show ever, was the Cypher in May of 2019. And I went up there and I performed that song. And the rest is history, because like the amount of love and attention I got from that was so reassuring, because I didn't know how people were going to take me, you know, singing R&B music or anything that wasn't Christian, because I struggle with this imposter syndrome that my voice wasn't black enough, which is it sounds crazy.
A lot of people suffer from imposter.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are imposters.
Yeah.
They're playing a version of themselves.
Yeah. And I was like, because growing up, even though I grew up in a black church and stuff like that, I was always kind of told that I sounded like a white girl with soul.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not really
that's
a
actually
compliment.
like contradiction. I don't even know how you.
Yeah, and
that's an oxymoron.
Which is crazy because like I love white girls with soul. My favorite singer is JoJo. So like when I think of white girls with soul, I think of JoJo.
I immediately think
like,
of Adele.
Right.
I never listened to much of JoJo.
She's my favorite. I'll put you on. But you know,
I got vibes.
Yeah.
But I ain't never listened to JoJo.
Right, but like you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
like
but
people
Adele,
like Adele,
sure.
Amy Winehouse, those kinds of
Yeah.
singers, and those are a lot of my inspiration when it comes to singing. But that's not what you want to hear as a little black girl.
Mm-hmm.
And feeling like I never had enough soul, like it wasn't like my soul wasn't authentic. And so when I got this this recognition and this reassurance from strangers complimenting me on my voice and stuff like that, it was weird. And I didn't know, like I was like, I don't know if I can do this for real. It was
what form was that? Was that a recorded song or was that when you performed?
It was just it was one I performed. I never recorded
at the Crowbar.
At the Crowbar.
Okay.
To this day I've never recorded that song. But it was the first song I ever wrote as a secular artist, and I came up with the name Tuney D. And on my 23rd birthday, I just announced myself as that. And I was like, I'm moving into a new
little era.
Yeah. Moving into a new
then
era.
when did you get into the recording part of it?
I got into the recording part in the middle of the pandemic. Mm-hmm. I was working a lot with AO Certified, Black Montreal, John C. Devon, who are three of my closest friends, and
they're on the album, aren't they?
Yes, all three of them are on the album. Yes,
yeah.
And some of the earliest work, even though like songs I did with AO Certified, back in 2020 never really got put out, but it was my experience in the studio, you know. Mm-hmm. And now I have music out with Black Montreal, and I have music out with AO Certified, and I have, apart from the interlude on my album, I have music out with John C. Devon as well. So it's like, it's cool how just times in the pandemic where we're just in the studio just creating stuff is now out, and I'm in such a different place where like I was so nervous going to the studio at first and not feeling like I would do well enough in the studio, because singing live and singing in the studio is different.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why?
Because like for me, singing live has always been easier.
Because you grew up doing it.
Yeah. Singing in the studio is hard. Even though it can be edited, I never felt like I could capture the performance aspect in the studio.
So you need to work on a live album.
Which is a goal of mine.
Oh, okay.
You telling my secrets.
Oh, my bad.
Relax.
Yeah. I know you a little bit.
Yeah, a goal of mine is definitely do a live album. I would love to do a live album.
So what's your process when record? So this is your debut album that just dropped.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What's your So what was your process for it?
So the album is a combination of two different relationships. Mm-hmm. The heartbreak from one in the first half and the heartbreak from another in the second half. But I kind of combined them into one story because they kind of intertwine with themselves, like similar experiences in both. You have songs like, first one I wrote on the album was Monster, which is the first track intro on there. After the intro.
Oh, and after the intro.
Yeah, it's after the intro. And I wrote that while I was still in the relationship because I'm like, this person is a monster. And it's awful. And it's like, it was me questioning, making me like, am I in love with like a monster? Is he actually terrible? And everybody knows he's terrible, but I don't know he's terrible.
Lifetime movie.
That's just gonna keep coming up, ain't it?
There's a theme.
There's a theme. But yeah, I the Lifetime movie aspect of him, because when you're dealing with narcissists and abusers mm-hmm. and manipulators, mm-hmm. they alter your reality. So, and I dealt with two different narcissists, and the way that they treated me kind of overlapped.
So, in the process of writing the album, did you have more than these 10 songs? Because it's 10 mm-hmm. songs. So how many songs you had to choose from?
Um, I had there's 10 tracks on the album, and only 7 of them are actual songs. So I had other ones. I had maybe like I think I cut 4 other songs, and there were songs that I put out as singles beforehand. And there are songs that I just keep in the vault that I wrote and just refuse to release. There are some songs that I just.
So
it's hard.
So you're a writer.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a writer. Are you a writer first or a singer first? Because you say you grew up performing.
I did.
So you were performing a lot of other songs.
Right, but I also grew up writing short stories and poetry and songs. I was like 7 years old and I turned the Pledge of Allegiance into a song so I couldn't remember it. Like I was always doing something with music, even though whether it was singing or writing something. I did both, everything, all at the same time.
So are you still like, are you a pen to pad person, or did you move into like the digital space? Like,
I do write more in the digital space now because sometimes I'll get a song idea when I'm out, and I just write it down in my phone. But a lot of this album I did write on paper and then put in my phone because I lose stuff a lot. So I can't tell you how many journals I have.
I feel like
that are like halfway full because I keep losing them, and then I buy a new journal, and then I fill that one up halfway, and then I find the other journal, so then I finish up that. It's a whole thing.
I thought you might have been a diary person. You like a diary person.
I love a good diary.
Yeah.
Cue the Moesha music. I kept the diary all the way through college.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're writing. Your pen is dope. Very lethal. And again, that's from me listening to the album. I listened to the album and the album gave me the Jill Scott, Indie Irie, you know what I'm saying? Right? Earthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dope vibe. And again, Jill Scott's definitely one of my favorites. So when I heard it, just like when I heard you perform, it immediately took me there.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I'm hard to impress. So when I feel it, then I gravitate towards it, and I gravitate towards it immediately. So
yeah. So
your pen game is dope. What's your favorite song? What's your favorite song on the album?
On the album? Oh, it's so hard. I love the simplicity of Honest.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was such like there was an exhaustion that came from writing Honest. Because it was just like I actually do one thing in this relationship, and that was to never lie to me. And you couldn't even do that. Couldn't even do that. And so it was like, even after him and I had like broke up, it was 6 months later, and I'm still finding out things you lied about.
Well, first of all, you shouldn't even be thinking about this person that after.
Well, that's the thing. I wasn't.
Yeah.
Things just kept coming out of the woodworks. Or I would or my brain just would piece stuff together.
You know? Yeah, because you was in it. I get it. I get it. You was in it.
So like once you're out of it and you're viewing it from the outside, it was just like, oh, so when you said you were here, but you were actually there, and it was, or like, it felt that second half of the album relationship felt like the Truman Show, because everybody around me knew. Everybody around me knew that he was cheating.
So it was
the person who he was cheating with was right there, under my nose. So
it was a monster scenario.
Yeah.
So the song was fitting.
Mm-hmm. And it fit both relationships. That's what's crazy. Because after I get out of it, it's just that it's that reflection of.
You got to sit in it, take accountability, which a lot of people don't do. They don't take accountability.
They never do. They never do.
Can you write anywhere? Can you write a song anywhere? Like working and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah.
Or you got to be in a certain space?
I have places where I prefer to write. Like, I really love writing on the beach, like near water. I love writing near water. And other times, like, a lot of my songs come to me in the middle of the night where I'm trying to sleep, and then I just can't sleep, and I'm wondering why I can't sleep. The whole time, I just got to write a song. And then I write a song, and then I go to sleep.
That's a dope process. Now, when the album come out?
Album came out in May.
And then right after that you had, or around that time, you had the album release party.
Yes.
Which I wasn't able to make it to. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
But We was talking about it. You said it was dope. So what about the album release party was dope?
Oh, the whole process was dope. Even though I was like completely stressed, like
because you independent, you completely independent.
Completely independent. I had no sponsors, no endorsement, no investors. None of that.
Out of pocket.
Out of pocket, completely out of my own brain. But
that what makes it better sometimes.
The whole thing, the only thing I had was like I want it to be like a 90s Y2K party. I want vendors everywhere. I want music going, and I want people to be like playing Uno and spades and Tonk. And so I had like
that's how you visualize it in your head.
And I just had different card tables set up, and I was whooping people in Uno left and right. You feel me?
Hold on,
that's what I did.
How you had time to play Uno and perform?
It was before I performed. We partied before I performed.
Oh, so it was a lot of people.
Yeah, it was people. It was swinging. More people than I expected. Because the night before, I'd only sold like 5 tickets. And I'm like, this thing finna be dead. This finna be dead. And then...
But you still got to do it.
Yeah. But I was like, you know what? I got to push through. I've already started paying people. So I got to push through.
And then what happened?
So many people came. We filled the whole place up.
Y'all had to move the card tables?
What? Out the way. People were like in every part of the venue. Standing room.
Yeah.
It became like mainly standing room in the back, and just the energy from the crowd. All my openers were dope. Shout out to Vixie and Charlie G and PH and Rebaby. They were all opening for me. Had the best band. Had Luke on keys, who was also my music director. He's also the one I arranged. We had a cover of Fireflies by Owl City. We arranged that together. I had Vern on drums, Darielle was on bass, and Thomas Griggs on the guitar. And it was just dope.
And that's your band?
That is my band.
You have a full band?
I have a full band. Tona E and the Tone Setters.
That's fly.
Yeah.
That's fly. I like that.
Tona E and the Tone Setters.
And how long y'all been together?
So we've kind of like moved around some pieces, like in terms of members, but my album release was the first time those particular musicians had all played together. But I've been playing with Luke since I first started my band in 2022. So Luke was always a part, and Thomas was always a part. And Thomas and I are actually a separate duo called Leather and Plaid. And we've been trying to work on some stuff as well. Mainly just reharmonizing covers of songs and that kind of thing. But yeah.
So you went from recently performing your music at an open mic, and now you be doing feed. You got a whole band. Did you have a band back then? You didn't have a band back then. When y'all get together?
I started working with Luke and Thomas, like I said, in 2022. That's when I started working with them as a band. And the first time I wanted to have a band is when I played Rock the Park in 2023. So I used to have Caleb Music on drums and Caleb Sanders on bass. But things happened, schedules conflict, and so I had to move some pieces around, and I ended up linking up with Darielle, who's a dope bass player, my favorite bass player, and Vern as well, who I actually met singing background for Cheyenne. So I was singing background for Cheyenne, and Vern was playing drums for her, and I asked him to come play for me as well. So the gig of my album release party for them was the first time we had all played together. But yeah, I'd played with every single one of them separately first.
Y'all need like a tiny desk.
I know.
That's the goal. You gonna be big.
Yeah, I have an idea to start an event. I have an idea to start an event. Yeah. It's like Tampa's Tiny Desk. But and there is one. I know Legend the Dawn has a Tiny Desk equivalent. But I want to do mine with like a live band. Yeah. And I wanted to have like a house band and have different artists with their songs. Like something about rappers with a live band is just so dope to me.
You know, that's hilarious because I'm complete opposite.
Really?
I'm complete opposite.
I think if you can rap with a live band, that's dope.
No, I get it from expanding your musicianship perspective. But I don't like, and again, this is bias. Mm-hmm. I don't like to see it at concerts.
Okay.
I don't want to come to a Rick Ross concert and you got a live band.
Really?
I don't. Cause
I think It's because I love how you can make live arrangements of songs.
Yeah.
Like the way you can rearrange a song, and that's the only way you'll be able to hear that version of the song is when you play it live. That part is so dope.
But I get that, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's dope for a intimate live setting. Like, what was that show? Unplugged, MTV Unplugged.
Okay. Yeah.
I get for that type of environment, but I don't want to be in an arena.
That's crazy.
I don't want to be in the, because I want the bass. And again, this is biased. I'm just biased.
But they also have tracks while they're playing with the band.
Yeah, but but they want you to hear the band because they want you to hear the musicianship. And so the bass don't hit like my trunk.
Okay.
It don't hit like my trunk. So again, coming from that's just me.
I
ain't even gonna put me in a DJ's perspective, but like
I hear you, but I
it's
disagree.
just me. I understand.
We can agree to
we
disagree.
can agree to disagree. See,
look
I
at
like
us.
you.
We're we're here. We're in sync.
That's so hard for people. I don't know why people can't do
We just
that.
talked about this. I'm not gonna argue with you.
And I'm glad because I don't got time, man. I do not got time.
Yeah.
So, how's the response been from the album so far?
I've gotten so much love from this album, and I think the album shocked a lot of people too. Because a lot of these songs I had been performing already, so they were songs that people were already familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
They were just songs I just hadn't put out. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people knew the songs before the album and before the album release party, which is why it was so cool to hear them singing the songs back to me. But the response I've gotten from this album, just like from top to bottom, because I have like spoken word poetry on it, and I have like the funny interlude on it, and just how there's like different
that voice
genres. Shout out John Devon. That thing is so silly, and I was just like, because I felt like the first half of the album was a little heavy, because Monster is a pretty heavy song in terms of like how sad I was, and you had Higher Sober, which is also heavy because it's talking about being in a relationship with a drug addict and like that Jekyll and Hyde complex. And then you have Mr. Sheffield, which is basically about someone telling you they love you and then they taking it back. And all of that is heavy. So I felt like I needed something to kind of
bring it, tone it down.
Tone it down.
Gotta tone it down, man. Bring it back.
Yeah, it's like when you go to a candle shop or you go to Bath and Body Works and they have those coffee beans. It's like the coffee beans in between, so you can continue and reset.
Yeah,
reset your ears.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah.
So So you didn't rearrange it first? Because is it set how you originally wrote the music? Because like you said, the first half is heavy because that's the space you was in. And then the second half, you toned it down. You didn't think about rearranging it before you finalized it, or you just?
I just kind of let the story tell itself. I did write things like the only thing that's kind of out of order in how I wrote them is the two poems on the intro and outro. So those are just two halves of the same poem, and I wrote that poem after I wrote Monster, the song. Mm-hmm. And so that poem was supposed to be like the part 2 of that song. But I broke it up in a way that you have like the preface of how I felt before the monster. And then the monster is how I'm realizing that this is a monster. And then it goes through the whole story of that. And then the ending of it is the healing process.
Oh, so see, and that kind of leads into my next question, because I wanted to know, how would you describe the album to somebody who ain't heard it yet?
It is...
Or someone that's going to listen, because I need to listen to it like 3 more times. That joint is fire to me. But go ahead, how would you describe it?
I would describe it as a journey. It's a story. I was very inspired by 2 different albums. I was inspired by To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar. And I was inspired by Nonfiction by Neo. You probably haven't heard that album, but... Nonfiction by Neo is also...
Is that before Libra Scale?
That was after Libra Scale.
Oh,
Nonfiction came out.
Still.
Nonfiction came out in like 2015.
And that's when everybody's kind of started going independent. And so that big label push wasn't there no more. So everybody just was kind of throwing out their albums.
Yeah, and so that was like...
I get that. Yeah,
that was like 2015.
I see how I missed that.
But yeah, I was inspired by those 2 albums. Like, I just think it was so dope to start an album with one half of a poem and end it with the other half, because I took a break from doing poetry and spoken word.
That was the name of that album, Libra Scale, right?
Yeah, he does
right,
have an
man,
album. Yeah, that's what you're concerned about.
Because I had to think about it. Because
Yes.
T.I. got a Libra Scale too.
Yes,
So
but yeah, Neo does have a Libra Scale album.
okay, yeah, go ahead. My
Really
bad.
dope. I forgot what I was talking about.
Describing the album,
Yeah, but what part
the
was that?
journey.
I lost it.
All right, all right, bet. So
You distracted me.
I know, my bad. That's my ADHD. It just
Mine
it kicked
too.
in. So writing, would you write for people?
I would love to write for people.
Yeah.
Write for people. I've written for a couple of people. I've written
How
a
was
song for. They haven't done anything with it yet that I
Mhm.
know of. There's a band called Venus Blue, and I wrote a song for them called Echoes. And then I've written like certain demos for people, but nothing that was really taken and,
Release.
yeah. But I definitely see myself like wanting to write for people or with people. Like I would love to collaborate with artists on writing. Like if they, like I have this song idea, but I don't know where to go with it.
Yeah.
And just like
Have somebody help you bring it out.
yeah, I would love to do stuff like that, or
So could you write for rappers too?
like write hooks and stuff. Yeah.
But
Or do you mean like rapping?
write a verse. You think you can write a
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I rap a little bit, but I wouldn't consider myself a rapper.
I ain't gonna ask you for 16.
Please don't.
ain't gonna
I
do
rapped
that.
on Flexing. Go listen to that.
Oh, you rapped on there?
That second verse is me on Flexing. Just sit back, relax.
And that's one of my favorite. That's one of
I'm
my
gonna take
favorite
time
songs
and
on the
spit
album.
facts. Yeah, that's me.
That's one of my favorite. But
AO certified.
AO certified.
He does the third verse. Black Montreal does the first verse. But that's the hook and the second verse is me.
Oh. You slid that joke. That's
Thank
one
you.
of my favorite. That's one of my favorite
Thank
tracks
you.
on the album.
Mm.
They got a great vibe to it, and it probably could be like your second single. I don't know.
I thought about
Do you
that
have
too.
you got a single from the album?
Honest was a single.
Yeah.
Honest was a single. And well, the first single was supposed to be the song I released in 2022 called Reflection. Reflection was gonna go on the album, but I just put it out as a single instead. But yeah, Honest was the single.
That's fly. And you said, and we talked earlier offline. You was like, you didn't mind being a backup singer either because
Yeah, it's just
you
what
think
that's.
it'd be dope.
Yeah, I think singing background is dope. I love.
And in
behind
today's
the scenes.
landscape,
Yeah.
you have to be multifaceted. You know what I'm saying? You can't really just be trying to be the artist right now because it's a lot harder. It's a lot harder, especially when you're doing everything independently.
Mm-hmm.
So
It develops you like not only as a person, like you learn how to work with people, but it also develops you as a musician.
yeah,
Because like when you sing backgrounds and you sing in choir, you can always hear your part. So like if I'm asked to sing background for anybody, and you want me to sing alto on a particular song, I can listen to your music and learn the part instantly because I have so much experience with just learning the background parts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
from your choir experience.
Yeah. And there are songs, sometimes like popular songs you can think of that like I don't even know the words, but I know all the backgrounds. Like, because even when I like listen to music in my car, sometimes I take the time to just learn the backgrounds. Like I listen to En Vogue music, and I will learn every part.
That's dope. That's that's a different level of musicianship. You know what I'm saying?
Like I'll replay a song over and over and over again just to learn all the parts.
So your harmonies be fire.
Yeah. All the harmonies on my album done by me.
Quiet flex.
Like
set
flex.
the tone. Go ahead, set the tone.
Set the tone.
Man.
Be the example. I like doing backgrounds on other people's records too. Like when rappers want like something in the background.
Somebody in the background.
Yeah, I love doing that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, well I know a couple rappers. Man, I'm gonna have to give you a call.
Yeah, you know me.
So
as long as the check clear, it's good.
What's your? Gotta get paid. Listen. You gotta pay your people.
Artists.
Pay your artists.
Pay your artists.
Please.
And credit them too.
Just like and tip your bartenders.
Tip your bartenders.
Pay your artists and tip your bartenders. What's your dream collab?
Ooh.
Alive or dead?
I have so many.
Give me your top three.
So many. I would love. Okay. People I would love to write for.
Okay.
Love to write for JoJo. immediately. I would love to write a
still
song.
putting out music?
She is.
Okay.
She is. I just saw her in March in Atlanta.
Oh.
She just put out an album called Too Much to Say. Yeah, I could talk about her all day, but I would love to write for her.
I know that song.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would love to collab with. Oh, there's so many. Like my brain's just going a mile a minute.
Who's popping? Who's popping out right now?
Like, I would love to work with Kendrick. I would love to work with her. I would love to work with Halle Bailey.
Okay. Yeah, that's she. Yeah.
Love her.
Yeah. Their voice is crazy.
Their voice is very crazy. Even like Hunter Hayes. I love Hunter Hayes. She's a country singer. Moray. I would love to work with Moray.
The
Quicksand. Yeah. I would love to work with him.
That's crazy. We from the same city.
Really?
But,
yeah. I would love to write for him. And I had one other in my head and it just went away. Kelly Clarkson. I'd love to write a song for Kelly Clarkson.
Hey, listen, now we talking about, what'd you say, White Girl with Soul?
White Girls with Soul.
Kelly Clarkson can sing any song. And I don't know.
She will sing your song better than you.
Better than you.
If Kelly Clarkson so I got a song on my first EP called Distraction.
Yeah.
If Kelly Clarkson ever sang Distraction, I'd never sing it again.
That's like a Wayne verse.
Yeah.
That's like a 07 Wayne.
I would never sing that song again because
I don't know how she does it.
The way she did Call Out My Name by The Weeknd needs to be studied. Like,
I ain't gonna hold you.
Because why would you sing that song like that? What? What possessed you?
I don't know. Because she got it. Kelly Clarkson got it. She could do
What?
anything. She can do anything. Because I want to know the top 3 songs you listen to.
Oh. Okay. Let me see.
And if they got one for this year, do this year. But if they don't, do it for 2024.
The first one is Waste My Time by Citizen Queen. That's a song I wish I wrote. It's so pretty.
What is it about?
It's basically about like being so into somebody that you're just like, you could waste my time.
Got you. And got you. I got you.
That's such a beautiful concept to me. And the lyrics are just ridiculous. Can I do top 5 on this album? Just top 3?
Yeah.
Okay. FECK by Victoria Monet was number 2. And Distraction by Kalani.
Another Kalani. People like Kalani. I haven't been able to listen to all her music. I hear what comes out on the radio, but
yeah,
people love her. What was the last one? The Kalani one? Which one was that?
Distraction.
Is that from the most recent album?
No, I think this one came out 2016. I had only heard of it last year for some reason because I wasn't really listening to her then.
Yeah. So same thing.
Yeah. But yeah, those are
my
my top
You got
3.
a little eclectic, and they also.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, how would you describe Kalani?
I would describe her as like a pop R&B, but more in the R&B side of it. Yeah. No, I guess more alternative R&B. Alternative R&B. Because she's in that category with like people like they and her and like Xavier Omar and those Masego. She's in that category to me.
Hey, Masego's fire. My boy is fuego.
That's somebody I could debate you on, but
yeah,
I think he's a dope musician. Don't like his voice that much, but I think he's dope for what he does.
I guess that's where I'm coming from, because again, you immediately went into vocal coach right then. So that's where I was coming from was again the music, because that's what I be listening for. So like I said, if I gravitate towards it, because again I listen to a lot of jazz, a lot of a lot of instrumental music. I can listen to lo-fi music. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you got to tone it down.
I love looking at like your top songs from each year.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's why I do that segment. That's the reason why I do that segment, because again, it helps me, and I'll be like in the tap in, because again, I told you I got vibes. It's not just a tagline.
Yeah.
On my Instagram.
It's just cool to see them and like how my taste evolves each year. Because I think I can see all the way back to like 2016 or 17.
Yeah, you can go about the 16. Same thing on the other
that's
platform.
Crazy to me.
Yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
what you got coming up? I mean, you dropped the album.
Yes.
Debut album.
Debut.
Moral of the story: fire 10 tracks, right in the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Don't pull the Chris Brown with 45 tracks.
That's why I can't listen to his albums. I gotta like take shifts listening to his albums. I'm like, why is it so long?
You had your listening party. Would you say you had 2 of them?
So yeah, I had a listening party and then I had the release party. I had the listening party, like real intimate, just a few of my friends just wanted some extra ears. And then the release.
And now what you got coming up?
Right now, I'm just writing. I'm writing about some subjects. Some subjects. Similar playing field, but I'm also trying to get into my Lover Girl era as well. You know, I want to be able to balance myself out, even if the positive love songs are imaginary. Because all of my songs on my album, those are 1,000% real. I couldn't make that stuff up if I tried.
Right, but I mean that goes both ways. So you can't call it imaginary. It's more like manifestation. So
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you got to be that though. You got to live that.
Yeah.
You have to be that.
And that's the part that's hard. That's the part that's hard. Like,
but that's what you're speaking on when you say you get into your Lover Girl era.
I'm trying to soften up. I can't be
tone
a
it
gangster
down,
all the time.
man.
I can't be a gangster all the time.
Can't be a gangster all the time, man. Sometimes you gotta hug somebody.
Yeah, gross.
Just like a gangster. Just like a gangster. So look.
No, it's not.
You got any shows coming up?
I will be with I Am Poetry and Urban Inc. in South St. Pete. We're doing an event on the 25th of this month. That's all I have right now. I did just perform at St. Pete Pride.
Yeah,
last month. That was my first time ever at Pride. That was dope. But yeah, that's all I have for shows coming up right now. They kind of come few and far between. So.
All right, that's dope. Well, look, I know we got to get you up out of here. We done had you for a long time.
Yeah.
This is a dope conversation, though. It's a dope conversation. I appreciate you coming through. I'm most definitely proud of you because, like I said, I saw you perform 3 times, and I said I got to get her in because she's fire. Yeah. And the album is dope. I'm about to listen to it again on the way home. I listened to it a couple times. Well, one time earlier.
Yeah.
You was like, I know my song ain't
like,
playing in the background.
Is that my song in the background?
Yeah, because it's fire. Moral of the Story is out right now, so make sure y'all check it out. It's on all streaming platforms.
Every one of them.
Miss Tone IE, I appreciate you coming through. I'm proud of you.
Thank you for having me.
So we got to get you back when the next album come out. Actually, no, we're going to get you back before then.
For sure.
You just got to do, we're going to get you after you do some more performances.
Heck yeah.
And just let me know.
For sure.
And I'm going to holler at you. Miss Tone IE in the building. She came to the Yo. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
We're going to see you.
Yes, sir.